So, what y'all looking for?
Blow your horn all you want to, we here. Thank you for the noise. Justice for Bradley Blackshire. Justice for Bradley Blackshire. We are not moving.
No justice, no peace.
No responsibility, no accountability. We are not moving.
No peace.
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
We get some justice. No peace.
On behalf of the Blackshire family, we extend a debt of gratitude represented here today. In this Holy Week, preachers are preaching in buildings all across the world, including here in America. But who is preaching to the streets while they are preaching in the buildings? We are here today to protest an enemy in common. We are here today as Christians, Muslims, and non-believers to fight our enemy in common. Our common enemy is the unjust justice system. February 22nd, 2019, Bradley Blackshire Sr. was murdered by Little Rock Police Officer Charles Starks. Charles Starks is still employed by the Little Rock Police Department.
For taxpayers' dollars.
Charles Starks, the city is allowing him time and the courtesy to conduct job searches. And if Starks is hired by another police department,
Justice for Bradley Blackshire. Terminate Charles Starks. Charge Charles Starks with murder for the murder of Bradley Blackshire. These police officers are not being charged with the murders they commit in this town. Bradley Blackshire is not the first, and he will not be the last. Justice for Bradley. The mayor's office is right there. Larry Jegley is an elected official. We need justice for Bradley today.
Charles Starks killed one of your own people, a black man. Charles Starks killed one of your own people, and now you are ready to come out here and arrest us, right? You probably want to kill us the same as some of the other officers, right? This is unlawful. You're here to bring out the Chief Humphrey on Mayor Scott. So you're not interested in talking to us? You will be arrested. Humphrey not want to talk to us? Does the mayor not want to talk to us? You're in violation of Arkansas law, and you will be arrested. We want to talk. The street now. We want to talk. You just want to lock us up.
Policing in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Where's the mayor?
This is community policing. We asked for the chief.
You don't want to lock us up.
We asked for the chief of police.
We can say what we want to, how we fucking feel. Y'all looking like y'all want me over here.
No peace. No justice. No peace.
No justice, no peace.
No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace.
And that police officer is still being paid with taxpayer money while he sits at home and applies for other jobs, trying to get another job so he can resign from Little Rock before he is fired in lieu of termination. Then everything that happens in this process, because he has not been dealt with, is on the hands of the city of Little Rock. That's why we are here today. That's why Bradley's mother is here today. That's why Bradley's father is here today. And Bradley Blackshire Jr. is my nephew. That's why we are here today, because we have a black man that has been murdered, and the leaders of this city are not taking action. Those are the things that we want, Chief.
Where are the parents? Kimberly, come over here, kid, please.
D'Angelo.
I ain't going to jail in none of them.
No.
Come on.
I'm trying to make sure.
So who's mom? Kimberly Blackshire. New police chief. Hey, sir, how you doing? Okay, so I understand, and what I would ask you all to do, I've been on job 2 days. What I would ask you all to do is, there is a due process part. I understand that that's not going, I understand.
He jumped on top of the car and shot him.
Yeah, but give him the respect.
I understand. What I'm saying is, through my experience, I was an internal affairs investigator at one point. This is never easy because it does take time.
Yes, sir.
It does. And sometimes it seems like it's taking forever. Sometimes it seems like we don't care, that your concerns are falling on deaf ears. Let me assure you, at the police department, it's not falling on deaf ears. I can't speak on behalf of the prosecuting attorney. I do have a meeting with him tomorrow, okay? Because I want to meet with him and I want to talk to him. I can't promise y'all anything because I have no control over that part of it, okay? But what I will tell you is there are things that I have to follow. Whether it's I have to follow the due process, okay? I have to. We have to, okay? Keep in mind, this officer was initially put on administrative duty and then restricted duty, which basically his police powers were removed from him during the time of this investigation. Okay, so it's two concurrent investigations, criminal and internal. All I ask is that you all I know it's been 53 days, but give me an opportunity to review the case, which I'm doing, okay? Give me an opportunity to meet with the prosecuting attorney, but I cannot guarantee you all, I can't guarantee you that you're gonna have a solution tomorrow, the next day. I cannot guarantee you that. But what I can do, as much as possible, I will keep you all informed. That's all I ask.
And that's all we've been asking.
All I ask is
no one has contacted us. No one's talking to us.
Okay.
Wait.
A lot of times, there's nothing new to report. The only thing sometimes we can say is the investigation's ongoing. That's it. And I'm telling you that from experience as being an internal affairs investigator and also being a chief of police.
Yeah, Chief Humphrey, with all due respect, when one of us are caught on the street committing a crime, y'all don't say, wait right here, we'll come back in 53 days. Y'all take us to jail that day. If one of us shoots somebody, y'all don't wait 53 days to come get us. Y'all take us to jail that day. As a matter of fact, y'all know that man has violated the policies and procedures of his own, your police department. What is the question in regards to whether or not to terminate him? The man is still being paid with our money. And I understand you're new here, Chief, and I give you that respect. I understand that. As a matter of fact, I supported you for whatever that is worth. But the reality is that what we're experiencing now, we should not be experiencing unless, if turnabout is fair play, the next time one of us does something criminal, wait and come get us 53 days from now. Don't get us today. Because see, that's part of the problem, is that police officers get something that we as citizens do not. While he's sitting back on his butt applying for jobs at other departments, getting paid a salary, then Bradley is still in the grave. Kimberly is still crying every day. D'Angelo's still crying. I've got a 9-year-old nephew that down at the cemetery asked when his daddy was gonna wake up. And that's what we are dealing with. And you just got here, the prosecutor and your predecessor, Interim Ballou, and the rest of them have done nothing but protect Charles Starks. Not to mention the Fraternal Order of Police, which some of our black officers, for whatever reason, are members of, while they support police officers that kill your people. And it is a lack of discipline, is it a lack of respect, and something needs to happen or we'll protest until it does. And one last thing.
Yes, sir.
Is that we're not going to allow them to attack us anymore unchecked. Not another drop of our blood will spill or run on the streets of Little Rock without a response from us. And they may not like the response that they get because we are no longer interested in the foolishness that they give us. We will not accept it anymore. And if they hurt another one of us unjustified, then we're coming.
Amen.
Now, you had a couple more questions. You had a couple more questions.
Yes, sir.
We are meeting with the Department of Justice in the next week or so to discuss Citizens Review Board. Okay? So we have that meeting planned. As I said during the process, I understand that. I think there's a way to make that work. Body cameras, I'm all for them. But we got to find the funding for it.
Y'all can have
Wait a minute. You have to find the funding in order to be able to sustain it. Because once we start it's a lot more than that. It's a lot more than that. So you're talking about it's a lot more than that. Because you're talking about the storage, you're talking about hiring people to do the redactions, you're talking about extra people to be able to, it could be a start, and you have to understand that's something I had nothing to do with. That's outside my scope. So let me say,
I think that if the department stopped paying Officer Starks and took his check, I guarantee they could buy some body cameras and microphones with that money that y'all paying him for just sitting on his butt at the house.
Duly noted. Duly noted. But let me say this. We understand and we are in the process of working on having body cameras. It's not something that you can have.
The camera showed clearly that he was killed by this man. He could have shot him 1, 2. He shot him 17 times.
And then jumped inside the car.
His chest, all that did not stop. He could have shot the tires. He could have did anything besides what he did.
And what I will tell you, the internal investigation, whatever happens with the, whatever.
Everybody, you're the only one that's new. Everybody else that's behind you already with him. The mayor, he was with him. Everybody else that was up there on the line, they with him because they knew what was going on. The mayor, he was calling like he was coming. He was gonna make sure that was handled, but nothing was handled. The mayor ain't no good. Nobody on the whole board ain't no good. So they not for us. They not for us. We paying these taxes.
But let me say this: if you go through any of these investigations, no matter where at in the United States, this is the process. This is not, and I know it doesn't make. I know it.
If I shot one of your officers, I will be in court the next day, if not killed.
And I understand.
That's it. They only protected by a badge.
Yes, sir. Let
Not one time have I said I don't understand your frustration.
Yes, sir.
I totally understand it.
Yes,
I totally understand it. But you have to realize, as a police chief, when it comes to these, my hands are tied to a point. Okay, my hands are tied. It doesn't mean that I support what the officer did.
His hands ain't tied.
But it doesn't mean that I don't. It doesn't mean that I don't support. That I'm not going to address what this officer did. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to go and talk to the prosecuting attorney. It doesn't mean that. What I want you all to understand, that's a priority for me to go meet with the prosecuting attorney. Okay, that's a priority for me.
How long will it take for Starks to be terminated and for Starks to be prosecuted? See, we can't even get an answer on time, and as long as you're asking us to be patient and to wait on you, it's impossible to be patient and wait when you can't tell us when or even a roundabout kind of time when something is going to happen. So Larry Jegley sits over there. They've had this case. Now look, Jegley been a prosecutor, I think, for over 15 years. And if he don't know how to prosecute a murder yet, then he needs to be gone.
Right. I agree. But let me say this.
Make sure we get some of these folks out of office that don't need to be in office.
But let me say this. So I understand. Where's Mom at?
Kimberly.
Mom, my heart goes out to you. Okay, my heart goes out to you. I mean, I understand. Let me say this. I understand your frustration. I can't say that I understand how you feel, but I understand your frustration.
Y'all have to bury y'all kids. Y'all have to bury y'all.
And that's why I say I understand your frustration, and you have a right to be upset. You have that right because you did have a loved one that's no longer here. But all I ask is I can't make a decision today. Maybe I can't give you, because what if I give you a day or time and then I ask for you to give me an extension? What have I just done then? Then you really think that I'm just trying to play you off. All I'm asking is just let the system play. If it doesn't agree with what you think, then I understand.
That's why we here.
I know, I understand. But the fact is, y'all, I understand. I'll say this again. I understand your frustration. 53 days is a long time. I understand that. But there is a process, y'all. And whether you believe it or not, whether you believe it or not or agree with it, this officer does have due process. Whether you agree with it or not, that's the process. Okay, everybody is. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That process. He can get my son that.
Is that the process that you're referring to?
No.
The process where he's fired 15 shots into a car that wasn't coming at him. Is that the due process, Chief?
Absolutely.
And I'm not trying to disrespect you, but that's awfully irritating for you to ask us to let the system take care of this man when the system does not take care of us. If you can agree to give all of us out here today and every citizen of Little Rock a 53-day pass every time we commit a crime, then we're good.
Right.
If we commit a crime today and you come get us 53 days later, then we're straight. Otherwise, until something happens, we will protest on the streets of the city leaders, we'll protest inside the courtrooms, and we'll protest at Jegley's house in Roland. And until that happens, we're going to protest, and you can have all the time you need, but we're going to do what we have to do. And let me reiterate for the officers that are here today, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, Chief Humphrey, is that if another drop of our blood unjustly falls, there will be hell to pay, Chief. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I hope that you understand that. If another drop of innocent blood falls on the streets of Little Rock, we're coming. And we ain't afraid of none of them. At all. And because you've come out to talk to us, we appreciate that. And I gave my word that if you came and spoke to us, that we would go ahead and yield the protest. And out of a sign of respect and courtesy, that's what we're going to do. Because we want to keep our word since you showed up here today. But just a word to the wise for some of these police officers that are protecting and serving us, the ones that were ready with the little tie-downs and straps to come over here, the ones that were ready to tase us, pepper spray us, and shoot us, let them know that if we come for civil disobedience, if we don't come to fight with them, then they don't need to fight with us. Otherwise, we'll fight back next time.
Thank you, Chief. All right. Thank you all.
No peace. No justice. 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 No peace. Come on, man. No justice. Come on, man.